Welcome to Subramani. Talking about wealth, the way we measure wealth in terms of size of the house, number of houses, number of cars, etc., size of the company which you own or in which you work, right? All those things is what you think is success, right? Because there is a lot of money. But I think money beyond what you really need to live is just a scorecard, because it says, oh, he's got 235 crores, this guy has got 212 crores, so 235 crore guy is richer than the 212 crore. Yes, mathematically it is right. But does it really matter beyond a particular number that you need? It is just just an accounting gimmick, right? So somebody tells you got so much money because end of the day your chartered accountant prepares your account and says, sir, we made your balance sheet, here it is, and you say, oh, my net worth is so much. Beyond that, it does not really help. You don't open the window every morning and say, oh, my net worth is 200 crores, 50 crores, 5 crores, whatever. It is just there. It's a matter of fact. Unfortunately or fortunately, very many people associate wealth with saying, oh, I need more, without even realizing that more does not really bring too much satisfaction. Forget happiness, right? So why do you need more? There is no great answer to it, but yeah, most people rather chase money for the heck of it, right? And there is enough proof that having more money may not bring more happiness, right? So Morgan Housel quotes, or very many people quote the Vanderbilt story, where Mr. George Vanderbilt built a 250 room mansion which almost ruined him, and afterwards his family could not live happily together, and they just destroyed the wealth that they had created, or grandfather had created, right? So that is what happens. Sometimes your heirs have no idea about how to manage that kind of wealth. So sometimes it is ruinous, but sometimes it is good, because both the Tatas and the Birlas wrote off about 30,000 crores from their telecom business. This couldn't have happened if you had not done compounding over 168 years in case of Birla, and something like that for the Tatas also. Because this money is going out of your net worth. It's not easy to write off this kind of money unless you have been compounding wealth over long periods of time. So yes, compounding is good. Understand two things. You as an individual, if you're not building an organization, you need a lesser amount of money to be happy with what you you will need lesser amount of money for yourself. If your annual expenses are, let's say, 5 lakhs, and somebody has told you you need 30 times 5 lakhs to be able to retire. So anything above 1.5 crores for you is immaterial as to what. I'm not even saying that is exactly what you need. I'm saying maybe you need extra for some medical thing going wrong, etc. But this person with 5 lakhs of annual expenses will feel comfortable if he has got, say, 3 crores or 5 crores, right? Because it is much more than what mathematically he thinks he needs. Maybe he needs a little more, I'm not even getting into it, but his mental state would be, I need this much and I have this much. Now the same person, when he is spending 5 lakhs per month, which means 60 lakhs, his comfort level will only be at 22 crores. At least he needs to have that much for him to feel that, oh, I have enough money for my retirement, right? So the wealth in your mind is a function of how much you need. So if you need X and you have 10X, you're happy. If you have 100X, you're happy, but beyond 100X you don't really care, right? It is just an accounting entry somewhere in the books. So what exactly is financial independence or financial freedom? To me, financial freedom or financial independence means the ability to say with whom you want to work, whether you want to work or whether you don't want to work, what kind of work you want to do, right? So if somebody said, if you got extra amount of money, what will you do? Nothing changes in my life. Maybe I'll have somebody coming and making the invoices and things like that, because I find it too boring. So other than that, and it's what 2 or 3 invoices a month, it's not really big, but other than that nothing really changes in my life, because I have eliminated all the boring parts. I've eliminated the taking the local in the morning or being stuck in traffic jam. I still go out. Tomorrow is a conference where I have to speak, so I will definitely go out. It's not as though I don't. It's not as though I don't do work. When work comes my way, I do it, but I don't have to go and seek work. So the choice of whether to work, with whom to work, how much to work, what kind of work to do, that choice is amazing. That is the only thing that I want, which brings me to Charlie Munger's quote that I never set out to being rich. I just I just wanted freedom, right? So that's the only thing. Same ditto here. I didn't turn out want to get rich or anything like that. I just knew that I wanted freedom. I did not want to work for some idiot somewhere in my life who would say, oh, this is not the way things are done, even though I know that's the way things are done. So not having a boss has been my pet peeve, or I wouldn't say pet peeve, my favorite thing right from my age of 22 when I finished my articles, right? So right then you don't want a boss. You have clients, and clients whom you don't like just go out of the window. There are enough clients who went out of the window. In fact, you don't have to pander to everybody. So today I have a choice with whom to work. There are very few people with whom I work. I enjoy working with them. I get a lot of respect working with them. So I work with them. I don't work with very many people. Every day, this is not an exaggeration, every day I have the privilege of saying no to one client. Who could be an individual saying, will you manage my money? And I say, no, I don't. My friends do, so please check it to them. I'm not qualified, I'm not an RIA, I'm able to do that. So that is a huge thing when you're financially independent. Every day you can decide what you want to do, but please understand that all this is true only before you make a commitment. I can decide not to speak at an event in a different city if I don't want to go there, but after I've said I'll come there, I have to go. There is no great choice. Another thing which I see with people is when they sit and calculate, they don't realize that they already have enough money with which they can retire. However, they don't accept it. Here is a guy with 15 crores net worth with perhaps annual expenses of 10 lakhs, which means he does not require more than 3 crores for his retirement. He's got a net worth of 15 crores, he's got a few houses, he's got rental income, he keeps running from one house to the others, collecting rent. Rent of course comes by check or by bank transfer, but then suddenly one tenant will call up and say, my electricity bill is too high, I think something is wrong with your AC or something is wrong with your fridge. Then this guy has to call the electricians and say, oh, go and please check this. Now this is all happening because in a small area he's got 3-4 houses. Why would you do all this? Why would you do the dull and boring bits if you have enough money? I don't know, but largely people don't even calculate how much money they have. So 15 crores plus a few houses and your total requirement for all the indulgences that you do, you need only 4 crores, 5 crores. So what are you going to do with 15 crores and so much money? Many people don't have the guts to recognize that they don't need money, right? So even though they are good at maths and things like that, they don't see any reason why they should do that. What they hate in their job could be their travel. What could hate in their job could be being forced to tell lies which they don't want to, right? I don't have to tell anybody it was a pleasure meeting you or it was a pleasure doing work with you. It isn't. If it is not a pleasure, I just don't do it, right? It's as simple as that. So you don't have to do that. You can choose what you want to do. And the greatest thing, I think Morgan Housel also says that, is to be able to say that, look, I don't know this, I will find an answer and tell you, which you can't do. Imagine if I've taken money from VCs and I'm running a business and they ask me some question which they think is very basic in my business and I don't have an answer. It will be very embarrassing. So I'll have to make up a story. Whereas when the training that I do, when people come and ask what will be the returns in the Sensex over the next 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, I tell them I don't even know what will be the NAV day after tomorrow. I don't even know what will be the NAV tomorrow. I don't even know what is the NAV now. This is the NAV which was declared at 3:30. I do not know what is the NAV at 9 o'clock in the morning. Prices have definitely changed. I don't even know that. So asking me for longer term predictions makes no sense. So I can get away with things like that. I can get away because I'm a trainer, because I'm a teacher. Then a teacher can get away with these things. But a salesman at the end of the day has to collect a check. I don't. The person who is signing my check is perhaps not attending my lecture. So that's very different. So the honest approach that one can do in training or making videos like this is huge, right? So some of these things add up, and then you say, oh, therefore I'm wealthy, not because of the amount of money I have. I'm sure many people watching my videos have much more money. Let me just tell you, I know one person who's got at least 50-60,000 crores. He's at least twice as rich as Rakesh Jhunjhunwala used to be. He watches this video and once in a while he comments. So he is also watching, and I'm sure there are many people like him, right? So it's not about the money that you have. The question is the money that you have, how you are going to use it, how much do you really need. So I see, when I gave that example of 5 lakhs per annum and 5 lakhs per month, these are two brothers, right? So when you talk to one brother whose monthly electricity bill is 1,800 and the other brother whose monthly electricity bill is 17,000, you know that their requirements are very different. This guy, the first guy with 1,700 bill, is happy with a simpler life. Obviously he has one AC, whereas the guy with a 17,000 rupee bill has 4 or 5 ACs. All his rooms are air conditioned. His front room AC never gets switched off because people say, oh, you were sitting when I was there, I thought you wanted it, or something like that. So you see all these things happening, and then you come to some of these conclusions that of course I'm sure, no, I'm not the first person saying that, but you are rich or poor depending on your needs. In fact, I think Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi says, I'm rich by the things that I do not need, right? So that is also true. But every rupee that you saved, invested, which has grown, and today which you do not need, is the comfort level that you have, saying, look, I need X amount, I have 3x or 4x. That comfort is also very useful. Thank you.